Hello everybody, welcome along to the official AFC Wimbledon podcast, brought to you this season by Firedoor Compliance Consultants Limited. Head over to fdccltd.co.uk and get in touch with Dan to get your fire doors checked out. This is a very, very special episode of the podcast. We're celebrating someone's testimonial. It's a bit long overdue as well. This man is the most infectious figure at the football club. He summarises what it is to be part of Wimbledon, to be part of Wimbledon's football club. He brings energy, love, light. He is an incredible human being. Ladies and gentlemen, the effervescent, the brilliant Ashley Bayzo. Bayzo, how are you?
I'm good, AP. Thanks for having me.
Thank you for coming on. Congratulations, firstly.
Thank you.
To be awarded a testimonial dinner, to have all these people come and see you, it must be a huge honour.
Yeah, very honoured, very privileged as well. It's gone quite quick, to be fair. I'm into my 13th season now, so to be honoured with a testimonial dinner with all my hopefully all my goalkeepers that I've worked with, to come along, and anyone else who wants to sort of celebrate it and enjoy the night.
Plenty of stories to be told. I thought it'd be fitting to have a co-host on this, just someone to nudge you along, because the thing is that what people don't realise is that whilst you're loud, you're outgoing, you're bubbly, you make a lot of random noises, you can also be quite shy as well, and he can be. The co-host is looking at me. Let's welcome him in. 3 years with the football club. James Shea. Shazy is back with us here.
Thank you for having me.
Great to have you with us. Obviously, currently with Luton Town. We won't talk about the football because look, we're flying.
Who's not our flying? We're having a tough time at the minute, but hopefully we can turn it around.
Welcome back to Wimbledon. Great to have you on the podcast with us. What does this man mean to you?
Oh, I can't speak highly enough of Bayzo. I owe pretty much nearly everything to him. He took me from non-league. He took the gamble on me. He come watch me, and I can't thank him enough. And for what he'd done for me was incredible. And as a person, unbelievable. As a goalkeeping coach, even better. So I cannot thank him enough.
Cheers, Shazer.
Appreciate
that, mate.
No, do you know what, Bayzo? Monday afternoon, battling through school traffic. This man has come all the way from Luton to come and see you and to come and talk about you and your career and what it is that you bring to this football club. Because I mean, I know that I'm madly in love with you. There's just something about you. There's just this ridiculous amount of energy that comes off of you. Firstly, you're born in Lincoln. Tell me who made you a goalkeeper?
Who made me a goalkeeper? I think I got stuck in goal when I was about 7 or 8, and I just loved diving in the mud. And from that day on, joined my local team in Lincoln, and it went from there, really. I just loved diving in the mud at a young age, and it just went from there. And probably I wasn't the greatest runner in the world, so it just stuck me in goal.
What did your folks say when you were diving around in the mud? Did your mum not
They used to get the on mic because they used to ruin their washing machine. But yeah, that was it, really. And then from then on in, it went from strength to strength. Obviously, as you get older, a little bit older, under 11s to sort of under 15s, I was starting to get sort of spotted locally with Lincoln City at the time, county level and district level at the time. Then, that day and age, well, I'm a lot older now, but it was district, county, and then obviously scouts start coming to watch you. So and it went from there, really.
So how'd you end up in Brentford?
Got scouted playing for Lincolnshire. I had numerous clubs I went on trial at. I went to Brentford. It was a shock to the system, to be fair. Come all the way down to London. Never been to London before.
It was a very different club as well at the time.
Different clubs. Steve Perriman was a manager at the time with Phil Older, along with Colin Lee as the under-18s manager. And a fella called Keith Blanchard from Lincoln was the scout. He took me down with a few other lads for a trial. I got invited back, and I started going down there a year before I finished school. So I was 15, jumping on the train. So I was getting Fridays off school. Jumping on the train on a Thursday night, all the way back into to London, getting on the tube, lived with a lovely family in Diggs, and I basically played for their under-18s. So I trained Friday, played on a Saturday for the under-18s at 15 in the South East Counties League at the time, and I'd travel home Sunday. And from then on in, I got offered a 2-year YTS, and then I signed a year's pro, and then signed another 2 years. So and then I got to sort of second year I was in the England youth setup, and then I got my league debut at 17. So it accelerated pretty quick, but I thoroughly enjoyed it. Great grounding, great group of lads, good people, good club, and you sort of, they were good with me because I got homesick, and they basically stopped me going home, and it was the best thing ever happened to me. And now I'd say London's my adopted home because I've been here longer than they have in Lincoln. So yeah.
Shazy, do you hear the accent? Canties.
It baffles me because I'm the opposite. So I've moved out of London there, and I can't stand London. I can't stand it.
Well, obviously I live on the outskirts, but like working in Wimbledon, you're in it all the time, and I love going into London as well. I love like go with the family. So yeah, I love everything about London. I love it. Absolutely love it.
Tell me what a young Ashley Bayzo is like, because I see you as a man in your 50s, although you look very young for someone in their 50s, but a man in his 50s who has the energy of a 6-year-old who is bouncing up and down, who will scream, shout, everything. I don't know how you do it, but what were you like growing up?
I wasn't as loud, and I was probably a little bit shy. But I think leaving home, getting thrown in sort of into digs and that, and then around a group of players who sort of not many were in digs, made me grow up quick, and I sort of found myself and got my confidence, and I sort of went from there. But I've always been energetic. I've always had enthusiasm, and I live life and I love life, and that's what I do, and that's what I try to bring to everyone else. I want them, including like sort of even now I'm the same. I want my goalies to enjoy what they do every day, smile on their face, and I'll give them everything.
He does. I must admit. So I didn't actually know Bayzo before I signed, and the first time I met Bayzo, it was a game when I was playing for Harrow Borough. It was Met Police, and I just finished my warm up, and I was walking up the tunnel, and Bayzo's walking towards me. He's like, "Shazer, how are you, son? How are you?" I'm thinking, I've never met him in my life. I have no idea what's going on.
It was so Dave Anderson. We got old Dave Anderson. Yeah. He sort of flagged me up about Shazer. He said, "Oh, you need to come and have a look at my goalie." So I'd done sort of some research on him, a bit of homework. Used to be at Arsenal. Spoke to sort of Tony Roberts about him, who was the goalkeeping coach at the time with him. And so I went down. He was playing on a wet and windy night. Met Police. No one in the ground. And I sat up in the top of the stand, didn't I? And I thought, I don't even know Shazer, but I'll let him know I'm here. So and he was excellent. I went back, did a report to Ards at the time. Neil Ardley is the manager. And it sort of went from there. Then we invited you in.
Yeah, done a few weeks
training sessions.
Yeah, a couple of training sessions.
Yeah, I think he was with me 2 weeks. And after that, I said, like, we've got to sign him.
I remember playing a game at the end of the season.
Yeah, behind closed door, training ground game.
Yeah,
that's right.
I couldn't tell who it was.
I'm stood there with the manager and all the staff, and I just said, like it's a no-brainer. We've got to take this kid. And what happened next was brilliant, wasn't it?
Best thing ever happened to me.
Hold on, he's gone in and he's just pretended he knows. He's done basically a Del Boy, like pretended he knows you come up, Jen.
And I walked into the change room, and Dave's gone to me. Oh, that was Ashley Bayzo Wimbledon goalkeeping coach. I was like, oh, all right.
Yeah.
What's he doing here?
But it showed a lot about him. He's playing on a cold, windy, wet night at Met Police, and I liked everything I saw. So kept my eye on him. We got him in, like I said, and I liked it. So we got him in. And
take me to your career, because you had clubs.
Oh yes.
Yeah. Well, you had clubs. My sort of initial recollections of you were Stevenage, seeing you in you and Chris Day, who was a local publican, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Battle it out, and I remember seeing this keeper with mad hair, proper gelled hair. I was thinking, who is this guy?
Yeah, no, I had a few clubs. I spent most of my career. I had a good sort of innings at each club. I did most of my time. I would do 3 years at each club, so racked up the games. But yeah, Stevenage was towards the end of my career. But yeah, I think I played near enough 600 games. So that was sort of my career. Lower leagues, but I love playing.
That's some achievement. To play 600 games.
I think it's not short.
That's keeper as well.
That's some going. That is.
And I was out. Longest injury I had was at Leyton Orient. I did my shoulder. I've pretty much lost the season. I got back from it and everything, but yeah, otherwise I think I'd have had more. But
how did you end up here?
How did I end up? Well, it was a phone call from Simon Bassey. I was still playing, but he was like, what would I have been at the time? 40. So obviously coming towards the end. But what I was doing, I was goalkeeping coach at Aldershot, but I was playing for Basingstoke because I still wanted to play. I still had this hunger and drive to play, but at the same time I was developing my coaching. So I was doing that, and he rang me up out of the blue. I knew Bass anyway, and he said, "Look, listen, there's a job coming up at Wimbledon. About time you started sort of reining it in a bit." But he was player coach, so I was like, "Yeah." So like I said, but if I come, I'm going to be competing with the keepers. So it went from there really. So then I had a meeting with Neil Ardley at the time. And it went from there, really. I've gone in there. I did 2 years as a player coach, which was, I knew the script, I knew the story. It's like, you're going to be a number 2 stroke number 3, but you need to keep your eye in, you need to keep ticking over. But I either did or I didn't. Like, I found it quite tough, to be fair, trying to do both. And then I sort of bought into it and then started getting little niggles. Used to tick over. You see me tick over. Still do the hands. Still had the best hands out of all the keepers. Never dropped a ball.
Who were the keepers at the time?
It would have been. I brought Ross Warner in and Seb Brown. So yeah, I was with them. So yeah, it was good. It was good. And then I came in and I'm still here now. So yeah, loved it. It was a great grounding for me. But I felt once I sort of called it a day. I think I was 42 at the time. I called it a day and
Did you know it was time?
Yeah.
Creaking.
Just little niggles. If I joined in, it'd take me days to recover and sort of I managed myself well.
Did you still enjoy it though?
Yeah, I loved it. Loved training, loved diving around, loved getting dirty. But
I still think you should get registered. Dave Benson was 55.
Who was the Wickham goalkeeping coach? He was registered.
Barry Richardson.
Barry
Richardson.
Barry
Richardson. Yeah. I saw Baz the other week. He's coach at Doncaster now.
But he's changed as a coach, isn't he?
He's outfield coach now.
He's become an outfield coach.
Yeah. He's very good goalie coach, though. Yeah, very good. But yeah, he's outfield coach now, Baz.
To be fair, we had Lee Harrison as well.
Yeah, Harry.
So when he come to Luton, he come as an outfield coach, even though he was a goalkeeping coach. He ended up taking the strikers all 4 sections and everything.
Yeah, there's some do it. I know what I'm good at, so I want to stick to it. Do you know what I mean? Don't get me wrong. I could do other stuff, but
I couldn't imagine you doing.
But I don't know. I find it interesting because sometimes I'll be watching from above you guys from a seat somewhere.
He's good. He's good.
But I'll watch you, and it's interesting because if something happens, like we have like a phase of play where we've had a good opportunity or something like that, you'll see Terry, Dave Reddington, and the gaffer all on this tablet, and you just see Bayzo's head straight in there as well. Yeah. And I'm like, okay, we got
a good dynamic our group. So obviously you got Gaffer, Tell, and Redders. It's good. Like I'm a lot calmer now. I mean, like, going back to when I stopped playing, I felt I became a better goalkeeper coach. To be fair, I saw the game differently. I didn't get as emotional.
Did it upset you to stop playing?
Pardon?
Did it upset you stopping playing?
I think I transitioned into it. Like it. Yeah, the next best thing's coaching, but now I love it. I love developing. I love getting a goalkeeper in who's good, and then develop them, and they become even better. And that's what I enjoy, getting a goalkeeper in who I know, who I can develop and make even better. And so yeah, I love that aspect of the coaching. But going back to your question about did I miss playing? To start with, yeah. But then once I went, that's it. I called it a day. I felt that I became a better goalie coach, so I calmed down a lot. Didn't take it as personal. Don't get me wrong; it burns if we lose or the goalie makes a mistake. But your emotions are different. So if that makes sense. So yeah, but no, I knew when it was time, and I've loved every minute of my coaching.
While we're here, let's take a pause because some old friends, some old colleagues have sent in some messages. Let's have a look.
Oh, Bayzo. It's the gaffer. Congratulations on your testimonial, mate. No one deserves it more than you. What an absolute servant you've been to the football club. Hard work, dedication, energy you've shown down the years, mate. Absolutely top draw and an absolute diamond of a fella as well. So have a great night, mate. We're all here to support you. I hope it goes brilliantly.
I've never ever met anybody in football who has such an infectious nature, such a great demeanour about them, and can manage to get everybody smiling, even in the worst of times, instantly. one of the greatest people and the greatest personalities I've come across in football, and I will never, ever, ever forget the 3 years spent alongside Bayzo and the countless conversations I've had with him since. Bayzo, congratulations, mate. You deserve this more than anyone I've ever met. Oosh.
Neil Hardley here. Little bit about my good friend Ashley Bayes. I'm very proud to be able to say that I brought him to the club, and obviously 10 years ago, and I know that how highly he's thought of by the club, so it's great that I feel proud that I'm part of that. What can we say about him? First of all, professionally, brilliant goalkeeping coach, brilliant. Some of the things he does, the ideas he comes up with to make sessions realistic and work on stuff that keepers need is brilliant. His enthusiasm is incredible. Drives the session. It must be a pleasure to work for him in that sphere as a goalkeeper, because you just cannot have a boring session with this guy. And away from the pitch, he is a lunatic. I think that's the only way we can do it. Seriously, his personality is incredible. Keeps the place bubbly, makes the boys laugh. Super, super positive when times get tough, which they do as managers. There's a guy there that wears his heart on his sleeve. He cares for you. He wants you to do well. He does get down when the results don't go well because he cares so much, but he also picks everybody up alongside him. So, brilliant person, thoroughly deserves this 10 years. Testimonial, recognition of what he's done. He's brought through some brilliant goalkeepers and been a major part of all Wimbledon success. I wish him all the best.
Bayzo, big dog, just wanted to say a massive congratulations, mate. 13 years at the club, something truly, truly special. So it's an absolute testament to yourself, with all the goalkeepers you've produced from the club. So really, really happy for you, mate, and hopefully many more years to come. A little story for I think everyone is probably at his 50th when he's had a few drinks. Just all the dance move, the energy, the body popping, the moonwalking is Bayzo through and through. But the funny thing is he doesn't even need those drinks or the 5 coffees that he used to drink every morning before training. So yeah, just massive congratulations again, and hopefully see everyone at the night where we get to celebrate Bayzo's achievement. Cheers, guys. Much love. And how could I forget? Cheer up. Soon to be Christmas.
Bayzo, congratulations for your 10 years of service to AFC Wimbledon. The year we got to spend together was great. Not only I got to work under such a great coach, but I also got to form such a great friendship, and one that I hopefully will keep for life. Me and you, we're still undefeated as spike ball partners, so hopefully we can get back to that in the future. But for now, all the best, and it was a pleasure to meet you and work under such a great guy.
10 years, it feels longer than that, mate. But I can still remember ringing you up and saying, listen, it's time to stop trying to be a goalie at your age and try and be a goalie coach, and you certainly done that, mate, and done a brilliant job at it. Yeah, some stories, Jesus Christ. We had some good laughs along the way, mate, and so a lot of success, and worked with some top goalkeepers, and you played a huge part in that, as everyone knows. And yeah, just wanted to wish you the best of luck. Hope you have a lovely evening, mate, and hopefully I'll see you at the San Siro maybe one day.
So fantastic that the club are honouring your service and loyalty, mate, but more importantly, it also needs to be a celebration of your incredible coaching skills. Can't think of any goalkeeping coach who's got your track record of producing goalkeepers, and by a country mile, you're the best goalkeeping coach I've ever seen at work. Yeah, it's been an absolute pleasure getting to know you and working with you. They've asked me to share any funny stories, but how can you? Every day was enjoyable and fun with you, as you always used to say, mate. Work hard, play hard, including you doing your version of Cossack dancing in the office. So have an absolutely fantastic night. You deserve every moment of it. You're a truly unique person and one of a kind. Cheers, Bayzo.
Bayzo, what a fella you are, eh? You've been keeping the club afloat for 10 years and still going with all that energy and passion as you did on the first day. Top man, what a geezer. One of the best guys in football you'll ever meet, and you deserve everything you get. Ooh, look good, feel good. Don't worry, soon be Christmas.
That is some block. And do you know what? I will say that I put those messages together on a Sunday morning, and Shazy, well, you will know, footballers, they really value their days off.
Of course.
So
Amazing.
for every single person to come back and go, yes, it's a pleasure. I mean, you got a bit emotional watching those as well, and I got a bit emotional watching you get emotional.
Yeah, that's thank you first and foremost to every single person who's done that. I can't thank them enough. But I just do what I do, and I do what I do. But you don't realise sometimes, probably don't realise the impact you have on people's lives. I'm not just a goalie coach. I feel that I'm there for them on and off the pitch, and I've always said that. And the thing is, I've been in their position. I've stood in between. I've stood in that goal. I've stood in the tunnel. I know what it means. So, and then off the pitch, good, bad, any issues, I'm there for you. Like, I'm like a father. I want to be a father figure, so that if they have got issues, they can trust. So you got to build that trust, build that bond, and then you can have honest conversations with them. So to see that that's special.
That's exactly what he was, especially with me. He was absolutely fantastic. I remember you used to drive you to the station.
Yeah.
We used to get the train together. We used to
drop me off.
Yeah. You used to jump in my car, drive him to King's Cross. He'd get off, or we'd get the train together, wouldn't we?
But we'd talk, we'd have conversations. But he was also comfortable, and that's what I always try and do with my goalies. They've got to be comfortable with me, but they've got to be comfortable if I've got to have the difficult conversation. Yeah. And every one of my goalies have been brilliant, and there's not one single goalie who I can say like he didn't take that. Like, listen, it is what it is. Do you know what I mean? If you've got to have them difficult, but I feel I create that by the way I am with them. So I'll give them everything every day. All they've got to do is turn up, give me 100% every day, and on a match day, you'll get everything back from me.
I mean, there's so much to unpack here. What's this about? It's Christmas soon. What is it? I don't get it. What do you mean?
It's one of my sayings from years ago. It's like, keep smiling, it'll soon be Christmas. So first
I'm getting flashbacks.
So first part of the season, you've got the start of the season to Christmas. So I always say, keep smiling, it'll soon be Christmas. And it just, before you know it, it's Christmas. And then sort of from Christmas onwards, you're sort of halfway through the season. So it's just a saying. It's just one of my...
You make a load of noises. Do you know what?
He's got one or two other sayings, by the way.
What sayings?
Clean sheet.
Yeah, look good, feel good. Can't have dirty gloves, can't have dirty boots. He'll vouch for that.
What did you say? What did you say to me today? AP, look at the weather. It's filthy, but there'll be some zingers out there.
Oh yeah, chicken zinger burgers, like when it's wet and all that. Yeah, la.
What about when a clean sheet comes up?
Oh yeah. That was when I was a player. Don't know whether we compete that.
Do you know what? Though? One of the best feelings you'll ever have is being in a ground, and he's out there with like the keeper's early doors, and the ground's all quiet.
You hear him?
And he will pick you out. The amount of times I've heard him pick me out and scream, and you're like, whoa! But it's the noises, and I mean, I don't know where you get these noises from. You know exactly what I'm talking about, don't you?
I'd like to think I'm not as. I'd like to think I've calmed down a bit. But
no. What's that noise that you make?
There's a serious side to me at times, but obviously that's when I'm in the work mode. Probably when I'm in the office and it's like, Gaffer now. There's
a time and place for it, and he knows when.
Yeah, I've learned.
But in his domain, the training field, it's.
Well, that's my office. The grass is my office. That's what I call the grass is my office. Obviously, I've worked with some different managers, and most of them have been. Well, all of them have let me be myself, be who I am. I am lively, and I probably too much at times. But I've learnt again as I've got older. I've learnt, especially the gaffer now, Johnny Jackson. He's a good friend, but he's also a good manager. But I also know when the time's right to be lively, or when the time's like curb it in, and I'll just sit in my seat and do my work on my laptop, iPad.
He's evaded my question. I want to know about these noises you make, because I've heard so many of them.
No, that's just me on a training pitch, and I'll let the keepers talk about it.
Do you ever have down days?
No, I just wake up every day and look forward to going into work. Well, it's not work, is it? I'm doing something that I've done for over 30 years. I've never done anything else.
You've never had a break, have you?
So I've never really had no.
Never had a break.
I think I haven't. That's all I've ever done. So if I haven't played, I've been a coach, and I love what I do. And the day that it comes and I wake up when I get out of bed and I don't want to do it again, it'll be the day that's me done. But I just can't see it ever happening. I just love what I do.
Did you have any of them days when you were playing?
Oh yeah. When you had a bad game and you like everyone's on your back and you think like you want the ground to swallow you up and I wish I could have had a goalie coach like me take me, because in my early day you didn't have goalie coaches. So I just think to get the best out of my goalkeepers on a match day is give them everything through the week. So that's how I look at life. I've got a lovely family, probably drive them crazy. But I
was going to ask, what's Bayzo like at home?
Yeah, we've got a lively house, to be fair.
I remember you telling me this.
Yeah, me wife Jo, she's a lively character. My 2 daughters, one lives still at home, although she's desperate to move out, and my oldest one lives around the corner. But we get on great. We've got I like family time, even though they're older. I like family time. I like being with them. I can switch off, but I'll find the right time to switch off. But I love football. I love what I do, and I'm constantly watching stuff to try and improve myself as a coach. Whether that goes into, it's hard now going into different clubs and having a look. I get people coming into Wimbledon to want to watch what we do, but I'm also a bit funny. I don't want to be sort of giving my ideas away to other people. Does that make sense? I've got my way of the way I work. I've got my rhythm of what I do, and I just, what I'm like, AP. I just love what I do. I love goalkeeping, everything about it.
I still watch these sessions now. When Bobby puts them on like Twitter or anything like that, I'll catch them and I'll sit there. But
goalkeeping is always evolving, so you've got to evolve as a coach. Do you know what I mean? So sessions might look sessions might look the same, but you might. This is like to stimulate them. There might be a bit of equipment that's like sort of different, so it sort of keeps them stimulated. All I want to do is them turn up every day, walk on the grass, I see the session's ready, bang, into it. Then we go in with a group and you're giving it 100% every day. Anything less, I'm not having it. Yeah. And they know that. And that's what I say to every goalkeeper I meet, whether I bring them on loan, whether I sign them permanently. This is our work. This is what's expected. If you can't do it, you won't be here. And everyone's bought into everything I've done.
Chosy, one of the words that I'd use to describe that relationship between, I think it's 21. We count out 21 goalkeepers that have been here.
Yeah,
for 21 goalkeepers.
From the day I walked in the building, that's 21. All the young ones as well. That'd be all the young ones who sort of, I think, is it around 21?
I think it's 21.
Wow.
21 keepers, I believe. Don't hold me to
19, 20, something like that. Yeah, you was, I'll tell you where you was, Jimbo. You would have been, but you come after.
I was with Ross.
So you come in quite early. You would have been you was my second permanent signing. So Roscoe.
Yeah.
Then you came in, took over from Roscoe.
It was me and Macca.
Macca come in, brought Macca in.
Me and Macca signed at the same time.
Now Macca's back with me.
He is.
Yeah. But what a keeper he is now. Like they're changing him.
I was going to ask you stuff like that.
Shazer.
What's he like now to when you had him before?
Just he's learnt the art of goalkeeping. Yeah. He's gone and got racked up over 200 games. That's what I said to him 5 years ago. It honestly, how it happened and we brought him back was just unbelievable. And I said, like, the role will be different to what you've been doing. You've been playing for 5 years. So, but he's bought into it, mate. He's been fantastic for Bish, on and off the pitch.
Yeah.
Can't speak highly enough of him.
The difference, though, you have between a goalkeeper in their early 20s to in their late 20s, early 30s.
So he's brilliant on the bench with me now. So me and him will chat while the game's going on because he sees the game differently as well. Don't get me wrong, he's desperate to play.
Of course he is.
But he's good for Bish. Like the dynamics of the group's really good, which is what I needed, what I wanted. I was really wanted 2 permanent goalkeepers, and luckily, like Craig Cope, who was behind it all, helped me drive that along with the gaffer and the staff, and like again recruiting. That's part of your job, recruiting. I loved it. I've loved it. You know, even
but I think your track record says you are the best goalkeeper recruiter out there.
Well, you build relationships up with other goalie coaches, but like just if I see a young goalie coach, I'll make a note and then I keep my eye on them and see what they're doing and that sort of, does that make sense? So yeah, and like we've gone loans quite a lot of loans, which is really good in terms of like developing and moving them in the right direction and getting the club that they come from to trust you. But now it's like I've got 2 of my own permanent goalkeepers, so all my work's going into them and knowing that they're my goalkeepers, you know, and that was a big thing for me in the summer. And I was.
Is it a risk though? Because you can return a loan, you can terminate a loan in January, you can send someone back.
But I think it's more of a risk getting loans in than
Loans.
having your opponent.
Yes, because you could get to January, club call them back.
Yeah. Or they're having a shocker. They're in a tough time.
And you can't send them back.
But you could have a keeper every 3 years who's having a shocker.
But you can work on them.
That's my goalie now. So from day one with Bish, Macca knows how I work. So that was an easy transition. But Bish is bought into everything.
I'm guessing you've done your homework before it all and everything.
No, it's not just that. We'll have him.
Yeah.
A lot of work. And like you do your researches, you talk to people. You know, me and Kopi, I was on holiday and Kopi would go, let us know when you're free. I'd be speaking to him. And it gradually, we build up a dossier. You go from 10 to 8 to 6 to 3. Right, what's the top 3 like? It's not just like pick a goal. It's like,
no,
you know
of
what I mean?
Of course.
And we had our lists. We had plan A, plan B. Obviously, what division you're in? Are we going loan? Are we going permanent? You know, I've really enjoyed the recruit site, seeing like and some goalies. Yeah, I want to come and work with you and all the staff at Wimbledon. And then they took telephone numbers. I said, you won't be coming to us. All right, you've got to want to come for the right reasons. You know, obviously you need to earn, but we're not a club who's going to be throwing stupid money at it. But what you'll get exposure to the first team.
What did that mean to you then? Because Nathan Bishop has done a podcast with, I think it's a glove company.
Yeah, One Glove.
I've got to do that next week.
Yeah, there you go. Shows he's on it as well.
So they got me on as well.
Hey, big him up. Nathan Bishop has done this podcast, and I think what he said is the word I wanted to use when I said you've had 21 keepers. That you have so much respect. People respect you so much. You can like you, you can love your personality, but the respect you garner from people is unbelievable. And that really came through with what Bish said. Nathan Bishop has come out and said that the moment he spoke to you on Zoom, he was like, I knew I had to sign for him. And that's like kind of like a love at first sight thing. And again, the respect in the way he talks about you. Every single person I've talked to, it's nothing but joy.
But that comes from, but I'd like to think that comes from the work that I do on the grass. I'd like to think well, I'll back myself with any goalkeeper to get on once I get him on the grass and I get my ideas into him, you know, I believe, you know, and that's nice, the respect, and
he's done really well for you so far, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's done well, Bish. I've had some good ones. OG done well last year. Bass before that, you know, on loan. So yeah, really, really good. I mean, I'm enjoying getting my work into him. He's really receptive. Like he wants to.
They've got to buy into you though as well, ain't they?
Yeah, that's the big thing. Shays are like, you know, I'm adaptable. It's not about me. It's about you as goalkeepers, but I will help you along the way. You know what I'm like.
It's your environment. It's the environment you bring.
Absolutely, mate.
Like,
and
Bish probably knows as well. If he's not at it, there's Macca there.
Macca's on him.
Waiting.
Yeah.
So he knows he's got to be at it every single day, every single game. And otherwise,
that's what I want. I want. Exactly. I don't want it so someone's in a comfort zone and happy to put along and be I don't like to call them number 1 and number 2, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
But that's how it is and that's how it looks. Macca's done well. He's played in cup games and done well for us. And Bish knows if he's not at it and not on it, Macca's, like you say, breathing down his neck.
And all Macca can do is train well, and when he gets given the chance, play as well as he can.
And that's
in
what
the cup games.
That's what I try and generate with all the goalies, and that's why now I've
healthy competition.
Yeah. That's all you can ask for.
So we've got a special guest joining us now. Ashley, Ashley, it's so weird calling you Ashley. Bayzo, someone you brought to the football club, someone you nurtured, and someone who went on to have a record-breaking season at the football club, who played such a pivotal part in taking Wimbledon back to League One. Super Owen Goodman is with us right now on the official AFC Wimbledon podcast. Owen, great to have you with us.
Good to see you, OG.
Appreciate it. Nice to see you all. Nice to be here.
Good. How you doing, mate?
Yeah, I'm good. Just enjoying life, you know, keep smiling, innit?
Yeah, you got to keep smiling, mate. What would I say? Keep smiling, it'll soon be what?
Soon be Christmas.
He knows.
Owen,
he knows.
I messaged you and I said, look, have you got like sort of a 30-second message to give Bayzo. You know, we're celebrating him and, you know, his time at the club and the service he's given to AFC Wimbledon. And you turn around and you go, I could talk about Bayzo all day. And so, look, the floor is yours, man. Like, whatever you want to say, because this man, we love him so much, and what he's brought to our football club, and what he represents, and how he represents the badge. It's what we want from Wimbledon, you know. And he is everything. So OG, the floor is yours.
Where do I start?
Day one in our chat, mate. After that,
yeah, like Bezos done like so much for me, and it's just I don't even know where to start. It could probably start from when like the first few days I came in, and you know I was probably struggling a little bit. You know, start to pre-season, and Bezos rang me and we had a chat, and it kind of just clicked from then. And then as the season went on, you just like I just seen Bezos as like a second dad, and just someone who I could go to about anything. Like throughout the season, like so many personal stuff would have happened, and the first person I would have messaged was Bezos. And it was just it just felt unbelievable to have someone there who I know I could speak to at the club no matter what.
If you could see his face right now.
Go on.
If you could see his face right now. I mean, he's got the biggest smile.
He's like a proud dad, isn't he?
He is like a proud dad.
I am. I genuinely am, yeah. Yeah. Quite touched by it, to be fair.
I mean, Owen, you just got better and better and better as the season went on. I mean, tell us about what it's like working with him day to day, though, and what it was like in a season where there was a lot of expectation, there was a lot of pressure at times. It didn't go well at times, but ultimately it led to and you know, it led to glory, and we got promoted.
I've got to ask, what was your first impression of him?
First impression.
It was a meeting in London, and Bezos walked in, and he's just full of energy. He's like, "Oh, big dog, how are ya?" And it was just like, whoa! It caught me off guard, but it was just like it was nice to have the energy and the positivity, and I was just like, I thought to myself, "There's no way he like can do this every day," and that he did it. He done it every day to the point where it was like, even when Bayzo was like under the weather or ill, he came in positivity, smiling at everyone's faces, and it was just like you can't fault it. I've never seen anyone like it.
How do you navigate the season with him? Because there were ups and downs, plenty of ups and downs.
It's just being honest with each other. Yeah. It was just like Bayzo was gonna be my biggest critic, and he was gonna be my biggest praiser. And it was just being honest at times, and that's just how it was. I was able to have an honest chat with him. He could have an honest chat with me, and that's what made our relationship so strong throughout the season.
Yeah, definitely. You bought in. I mean, credit to you, mate. From when we had that meeting, I see a big change in you. Obviously, you made mistakes along the way, but you were a young goalkeeper, but you learnt from them, and you were very good at open conversations. And obviously, you know what I thought of you. We had numerous chats away from what people don't see, but you gave me everything in training, in games, and I just see you change as the season went on. His confidence just grew and grew and grew. Fans loved him, and he had the season of his short career, didn't you? And picking up all the accolades along the way, which was like, I was very proud. I was very honoured to see what he was doing, and he bought into everything. So, I was, like you say, my dad, as you'd call it, second dad. I think your dad thought that as well.
He said the same thing as well, yeah.
Which is, I've got to find out about him off the pitch as well, all his family. That's part of your job. Mm. So then I know what makes him tick on the pitch and that. So, yeah.
He's not just a goalkeeping coach. He's more.
Yeah, you've got to be a mentor. You've got to be a psychologist. You've got to... And there's a lot of things that people don't see. But the biggest thing is getting you out on the pitch to play at your absolute maximum. And if you do all that through the week and you tick all them boxes, once you cross that white line, we've done it. And that's what I want. And that's what I got,
Owen, it was an unbelievably successful campaign. I mean, I can't explain what it was like for us watching you develop, and I know we're all so proud to have seen you put on that Wimbledon shirt and represent our football club with such distinction. What are your sort of overriding memories? Obviously promotion to be one of them, but you know, what was it like for you being with us?
No, I think as a player you don't really during the season you don't really think about all of it. I think if I'm being honest, I didn't really take it all in until I went home last weekend and I had all my accolades in my trophy cabinet and I looked at it and I just really took it in. And I was sat there with my dad, and you don't actually really take it all in until you sit down and you think about it. I think as a player it's a lot different because you're just going through the motions, going through every day, just training in games. And I think it's a bit different from a fan and a player perspective, but
I think
again,
if touching on that, I think when we won at Wembley in the final, I said to you, didn't I? You probably remember it, but you probably don't. I just said to you, take every minute of this in, because I said this don't happen every year, and hopefully you did, because that was some day, mate, to finish the season.
Yeah, I think that's a day which I've never felt before. I think just winning at Wembley and just the celebrations we were able to have was just something that you can't recreate. And like you said before we went into the playoffs, you said to me the best way to get promoted was by the playoffs. You said it would be better to go up automatically, get the time off, but for the feeling and everything of it, the playoffs would be just unbelievable.
It is.
Shazy, you can.
Yep. Yeah. It's the best, most stressful day of your life. Playoff finals.
100%. But I knew, mate. I knew. I felt it in the warm up. We've had them days where you go out for your warm up, and I don't give them. We've done our work. This is not just OG. This is all my goalkeepers. So the warm up, you'd go out and you'd drip feed them little bits and pieces, but you just get a feeling. OG was one who didn't need a lot of information on the day because we'd done it all through the week, and I could just feel it. I could feel the confidence and the aura about him, and I just said, go and do what you've got to do now.
Was it the whole squad that was just like, there's no chance we're gonna lose this today?
Yeah, I just felt it. The whole build up, the staff, what we'd done, the preparation, the build up to it, the night before, where we stayed. I just went to bed that night, and when you have a dream, and it happened.
How different was it to 2016?
I think I spoke to the gaffer about this, to be fair, and a lot of people have asked me. 2016 was unbelievable as well, but we sneaked in there. Mm-hmm. So and I don't mean that in any disrespectful way, we just got into the playoffs, and then we just went from strength to strength. And even on that day, I knew we'd beat Plymouth. But for this one, it felt different because we'd been in and around it all season. In that, we'd been in there so long. In that
because you lot were in the top 3 for a long period.
For a long time, we've been in and around that top 7. Mm. We had to go up, and we did. And everyone to a man, from the gaffer all the way through the staff to everyone involved, and the players executed it.
How many clean sheets was it in total?
20. Go on, Doji. How many was it? 25 clean sheets. I mean, that's phenomenal.
That's incredible.
Unbelievable.
Unbelievable. He played his role, but we had a good defence, didn't we? We had a really good defence. When he had to do his job, he did it. But I'd always say to him, he might have a game where he had nothing to do, but he would mentally be shattered.
They're the hardest games.
They're the hardest games when you're not in the game and you're having nothing to do. And that's a strong side of a goalkeeper, is the mentality and your mindset. If you're not having loads to do, but you got to keep switched on. Mm-hmm. And my words were always to him was just stay engaged in the game all the time when it's like that. And he did. So yeah, it was a fantastic season for you, mate.
Owen, you made history. You have written your name into Wimbledon folklore, and we are so grateful, and we're so proud to have had you represent the shirt so well. Thank you so much for coming on the pod. Really, really appreciate it. If there's any final words you want to say to Bayzo on the show, this is your time. We'd love to see you at the dinner as well, by the way.
He's coming.
At Bayzo's testimonial dinner. Yeah. So look, it'd be great to see you there. But if there's anything else you want to say to Bayzo, now's your time.
You know how I feel, Bayzo. You know I love you very much. And but yeah, you know how I feel. Like my dad loves you, everyone loves you. We all love you. My missus even loves you as well. So.
Top man, OG. Thanks.
All
Great
right.
to see you, mate.
No worries.
Take
Nice
care.
to see you.
See you, my man.
Super
Take care.
Owen
Bye-bye.
Goodman.
Bye.
Thank you
All
so
right,
much,
bye-bye.
OG. You absolute legend. Super Owen Goodman with us on the official AFC Wimbledon podcast. Yeah, you can take your cans off. There you go, Bayzo. Rest your ears.
Bins off and all.
How good was it to hear from him?
Brilliant. I mean, I only spoke to him the other day, just to see how he was, sort of thing. Like he was reaching out. You know, you get to speak to Shazer. All we got is not a goalie. I don't speak to. It might be a text. It might be like I'm getting a lot of them in it though, because obviously we're doing well at Wimbledon and they're all pleased for us. You know, so he's a great lad. I hope he gets back in the team at Huddersfield. So yeah, it's brilliant. Nice words.
I always ask. I always ask people this question on this pod because I think it's really important, because it's about who we are and what we are as a football club, what we stand for. And I ask, what does that badge mean? When you put that badge on, I see you pumping your chest like Jurgen Klopp out there sometimes. you know, there's I sometimes I go and watch a match down cover videos on YouTube and I see you riling up the fans and you giving it, and you know, you display so much passion. But what has it meant for you for 13 years to wear that badge on your chest?
I think it's everything to me and my family, really. They gave me my first opportunity as a first full-time goalkeeping coach, and I was prepared to give it everything. And I'm still doing it now. So obviously I've gone through four or five managers, but I've stayed in there. Been with the gaffer now for 4 years. Fully enjoying it. So
has it been that long already?
Yeah, 4 years with the gaffer. It's 4th year now, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah. You know, the club have rewarded us with new deals, so we must be doing something right. Well, I know we are doing something right. I just love everything about it. I love going in every day. Love working. And giving everything. So you know, like I said before, the day I wake up when I can't do that anymore will be the day that I'll call it a day. But there's plenty of years left in me yet, I think.
That's a relief.
I've got to say, it's not just goalkeepers as well, by the way. It's the outfield players. They buzz off him. Like I was telling you earlier, we've got Ali Al Hamadi at Luton at the minute, and he couldn't speak highly enough of Bayzo. First thing I went, "What's Bayzo like?" And he just started laughing. But all the outfield players, I've never come across anyone that's got a bad word to say about it.
I'm so fortunate to spend, obviously my job working in the EFL, working for 5 Live and for ITV. You meet a lot of players, and there's any player, I'll always go, do you know Bayzo? Do you know Bayzo? Like everyone knows you all. I'll mention, I'm a Wimbledon fan. They go, Ashley Bayzo. I go, yep.
Yeah, yeah, that's really nice. That's really nice to hear. I'm me, and I've been lucky. With all the managers that I've worked for, they've let me be. I've had to change a little bit for certain managers, but I've adapted, and I think that's become I believe it's become a strength of mine. Being able to adapt to any manager sort of thing, and I'd like to thank obviously all of them for sort of helping me to where I am. From Ards bringing me in at first to now with the gaffer Johnny Jackson. I'm loving every day. I love it. I think it helps though because we travel together as well. But I know when to be quiet with him. So nice. It's good. I've got Tell 'em Redders always keep me on my toes. So
it's a real different dynamic, isn't it?
I mean, good group, good stuff.
But you guys as a group of staff,
we had it with Ards, Coxey, Bass, me. Now we've got it.
Good
like,
group,
good group. Obviously, Shays will know that.
But looking at you as a group, and having been fortunate enough to spend a lot of time with you, everyone's got such a different.
Yeah, and everyone's got their role to play. Like obviously, the gaffer's the manager, and everything goes through him, and he's in charge. But he's very good at an open floor. We have conversations in the office, whether they're good, whether they're bad, whether they're. He lets you have your say, including me. I'm not just the goalie coach who sits there and nods and agrees. You've got Tell and you've got Redders. And we've also got, Dorsey, who's our analyst. So he plays a big role. And then C-Mac will be in that, along with Physio Bob. So the group's good. Everyone knows their job. Everyone knows their role. And if you're not doing it and you're not at it, you'll soon know about it through the gaffer. So, I love it. Love every day.
Shazy, what does this man mean to you?
Oh, he gave me my chance. He took me from non-league to League Two. I wouldn't be where I am today without Bayzo. So I owe him a lot. I've got to say one thing which Bayzo was really good at, because he's played the game, he knows what it's all about. When you've made a mistake, he'd back you. He backs his goalkeeper no matter what. And that's what you want. As a goalkeeper, you want your goalkeeping coach to back you through the good times and the bad. And Bayzo was brilliant at that. So like I said to you earlier, I cannot thank him enough.
No, it's a pleasure, mate. It was a pleasure coaching you. And
I was gutted. When I had to leave him. Gutted. Devastated.
How hard was it? Sorry, I know this is obviously Bayzo's pod. We're going to see Keller soon at Bayzo's dinner. How hard was it to be replaced in that promotion season?
Yeah, it was real tough. But I look back at it now, I'm a bit older, a bit more mature. I was terrible. I was frightening him. I weren't good enough. I had me first.
Yeah, there's
kid.
a lot of personal stuff. Again, that
it was really tough for me.
And I knew it, and I had to have them conversations with him that, that he won't go into detail, and obviously with the manager and it happened, but it doesn't change your relationship.
No.
That's what I'm saying. When your goalie's got to trust you, because if you have them honest conversations and that bond, they will trust you.
I remember one story the following season when we was in League One. I probably shouldn't say this, but I remember you coming to me and saying, "Do I want to go out on loan?" I think I want to say Eastleigh was one of them.
Yeah, yeah. No, we had an offer for you.
Eastleigh.
I don't know who it was, but I remember it might have been Eastleigh.
I remember you saying to me, "I don't think you should go."
Yeah, no, I didn't think you should go.
Yeah.
I think you should. I said to stay in the building.
Yeah, and it turned out to be
for the situation you was in and where you was at. I knew going out there would been not for you at the time, and but that was part of my job to do that. And luckily enough, mate, you've gone on, and wow, what you've done for yourself now is unbelievable. Like, played in the Premier League.
It's only 20 minutes.
Doesn't matter.
But it was a good 20 minutes.
Premier League appearance to your name. Mate, I was so proud when that happened. You deserved it, mate, though. You deserved it. And, hopefully you get more game time soon, mate.
He's not old enough to be your dad, so... So, Bayes, I want to finish up on a quick fire, if possible, please, if that's all right.
Don't put me on.
Goalkeeping idol.
Pete Shilton. In my day.
Favourite goalkeeper of today?
Aaron Ramsdale.
Best trainer?
George Long.
Worst trainer?
I ain't had a bad trainer.
Favourite style of glove?
One glove.
Roll finger.
Roll finger, one glove.
Roll finger, gun, cut, well,
yeah.
You know.
Oh, you know your stuff.
Of course. I work in football. Yeah, I mean, come on, man. Like, what do you know your stuff? You know.
That surprised me, that.
Why?
You know your goalie stuff.
Everyone.
He does. Yeah. He does know his goalie
stuff.
Come
on, I love him.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
I apologise.
It's all right. Favourite Wimbledon goalkeeping shirt? Because there'll be some real bangers over the years.
I would say I like the all black one we had.
I was going to say, Shazer.
That I was just
like,
I was
no
disrespect.
When Kel's had that.
Kel's look very good in it.
Absolute
I mean, you look great.
Beast in it. I like the all black.
Yeah.
And this season's grey,
special,
silver.
Isn't it?
I really like that
it's
one.
A special shirt.
Really like that.
He'd look great in
it. He looked great in any kit.
Oh, look at that. He's got
the all black.
He's got it. He's got it with his medal. Absolutely.
Yeah,
fantastic.
yeah. That was my favourite.
That was a good kit. That.
Yeah. Yeah. And that one. Yeah.
Favourite gaffer to work for?
Oh, John.
It's got to be
obviously Johnny Jackson. He's my gaffer now.
Thumbs up, Jacko.
Yeah, gaffer. Thank you. He loved this. Thanks for sticking by me, and thanks for being a friend and a manager. Odds for bringing me in. I could name them all. Robbo, Wally, Hodgie. Have I missed anyone?
Bass was.
Bass. I had 8 games with Bass. Yeah. I've learned something from all of them. Obviously, ours for bringing me in, giving me first opportunity as a full-time goalkeeping coach, and obviously getting promoted. And then now, obviously, I can't call him Johnny Jackson or Jacko. He's my gaffer and he's my manager. But personally, as a friend and as a manager, I'm loving working for him and long may it continue.
Last question.
Because
can I ask
he
one
lets me
after?
be myself.
You can ask a question now. Go for
All
it.
right. So, the one game that sticks out to me when I wasn't even at Wimbledon was Luton Wimbledon. The night you scored.
Stecky was in goal.
Stecky was in goal. But
Rambo was at the other end.
It was the best goalkeeping performance I've ever seen.
That save.
It was
That
incredible. It weren't just that save.
That was that night kept
That
us up.
night, he was an absolute joke.
Yeah.
What do you remember?
I remember all of it. Yeah. He knew Eddie Howe was in the stand as well, watching him.
Oh, was he?
Yeah, Eddie Howe came, and that was the night. I think he thought, "Cool, he's become a man." So when I took Rambo on loan, he was a young 20-year-old, I think.
Played at Chesterfield, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah,
He had a couple of loans before.
Yeah,
where
a couple
doing
of loans
great.
that weren't great, but I'd had my eye on him a year before that, and I was going to take him.
There was a
before
lot
that.
of hype about him. There's a bit of hype about
broke his thumb, or he dislocated his thumb, and I couldn't take him, so I kept my eye on him. And then a year later, I was in touch with the goalie coach, Mossy, who I knew, Neil Moss, and we took him, and he come in and as a 20-year-old, and he left as a man, mate. But that night at Luton, mate, I was up there with one of the best goalkeeping displays.
He
I've
was
seen,
incredible.
Cheers for robbing my question, Chasey. I was going to ask him the standout Wimbledon game.
The saves you're on about were phenomenal, like the deflections. But again, they're the scenarios you work on in training. You know what I'm like for me, reactions, deflections.
A couple of years ago when we played him, I said, do you remember the last time he was on this pitch, he started laughing?
Yeah, and he never looked back from that, mate.
He was a joke.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Yeah, no, that was some performance, yeah. Yeah, I can remember what gloves he had on, what boots he had on, what kit he had on.
Because if we won that night, we would have got promoted. But that point ended up keeping you up, didn't it?
Yeah, pretty much.
That was 2019, wasn't it? That was on the Mick.
Yeah, 2019.
Yeah.
It's on the Mick in 2019.
Yeah.
Let me wrap this up because I know you want to say something as well. Yeah, I'll give you the last word. Bayzo, Shazy took my last question, so I'll ask you another one. What's your favourite Ashley Bayes quote or saying? You know, one of these random things you come out with.
Well, I think everyone pretty much says it, don't they? So keep smiling, it'll soon be Christmas. I'll look good, feel good.
Oosh.
There's some of them. They're the ones that everyone sort of knows me for.
I know you want to finish things off and say something, so go for it.
Yeah, I'd just like to thank every manager I've worked for. I've learned something from each and every one of them. And also, I can't name every goalkeeper, but all of them, for whatever reason, what sort of role they played, whether it's short-term, long-term, permanent, loan, I'd just like to thank all them for sort of putting up with me. And Shazer, thanks for coming on. Really appreciate it.
No, don't need to thank me.
Thank you, Shazer. Bayzo, thank you so much for joining us. James as well. Thank you. It's been great.
Thank you.
Recollecting. Thank you to Owen, Goodman, to everyone else who's contributed on this. We can't wait to see you at Plough Lane Tuesday, the 18th of November. It's the international break. No excuses whatsoever. Come home and celebrate one of the greats of our football club. Someone who doesn't crave the limelight, but definitely gets it. The man who brings energy to us, effervescence. He brings smiles and puts those smiles and welds them on people's faces, and he also delivers us keepers like this man, like Owen Goodman, like Alex Bass, and of course like Nathan Bishop and Joe McDonnell this season. Come and celebrate the brilliant Ashley Bayes. Thank you, Bayzo. Congratulations once again.
Thank you very much, AP. It's been a pleasure to come on. Thank you.
That's a wrap.
Get in!